Um, Perfect. Hi, so we did our podcast project with Robbie Fitzwater, and our creative title was Expand Your Horizon.
So Robbie started out at the University of Arkansas. He got his bachelor's degree in marketing and economics. He then attended Clemson University and got his MBA there. He currently lives in Greenville, South Carolina, and he is also a husband and a father. And his wife actually attended the University of Arkansas as well. And if I am correct, they were both in Molly's class. So that's cool.
Yeah, so we had the opportunity to interview Robbie and his quite interesting jagged career path, how it says. He started out at Fleet Feet Sports, where he started a Facebook page in 2008 while at the University of Arkansas. Then he moved on to ModThink, where he's a founding member, also while he was attending the university. He moved on to Clemson University, where he's a professor there now. Then he also started out the Freshwater Systems, where he's a director of marketing there. And so what he currently is also doing now is Marketing Rhythm, where he's the founder and the consultant for them too.
Yeah, and before our interview, he gave us a podcast and a follow-up article with that. And so the podcast was called the Marketing Book Podcast. And in this episode, it was called Marketing Rebellion with Mark Schaefer, which Marketing Rebellion is Mark Schaefer's book. And basically what they talk about in this is that what it means to be a marketer has changed drastically throughout the past couple of years. And this change is called the Third Marketing Rebellion. And in this, basically, consumers are now acting as the marketer. And this is because of social media and how social media allows consumers to now have a voice. And from this, it doesn't really matter what product your company is selling. It's the purpose and what you stand for that consumers care about. And all of this change is mainly because of technology, and technology is really starting to challenge what we know as traditional marketing. And a quote that stood out to us about this change is that technology has become an enemy of great marketing, not because it's bad, but because it's so good. And what this means is that, technology is so good these days to where marketers can reach a vast audience at a really low cost, but this kind of comes at the expense of spam and annoying marketing messages that have no personal touch. And so kind of what Robbie was saying is that in order to use marketing as a friend rather than an enemy, there has to be some human connection in there with this.
Yes, and so along with the podcast, he provided us a really short article, which we found to be super interesting, which was by Tiffany Bova, and it was how Kylie Jenner built one of the fastest growing beauty brands ever. So as we all know, especially our generation, Kylie Cosmetics is one of the most famous brands in the world, especially in the beauty industry. And, in the article, it talks about how like some people at first thought that, she's so successful because of the large followers she has. I think it was over 150 million on all platforms, but it's not just that. Kylie had a passion for makeup. She also leveraged her huge platform of 150 plus million followers, which essentially led to her being able to establish manufacturing and distribution partnerships. She realized that there was an unmet need in the market, and she really targeted towards her target market, which were teenage customers who are just like her. I thought it was very interesting because we were able to grow up with Kylie because she's around our age, and she really just targets towards those consumers. So first she just started with her personal brand as a Jenner and Kardashian. Then she found her niche within her family empire. And this essentially led her to launching lip kits and more. As we know now, she also has a skincare line and a baby care line. So a quote that we found from the article that was very interesting, just to show the difference between Kylie and other famous celebrities who try launching their own brands, is similar to what we saw with Jessica Alba and the Honest Company. A celebrity might get your foot in the door, but without great products, a loyal customer base, and a strong customer experience, it won't matter. So going off on our quotes, we found this one particularly to resonate with our group, which is from Robbie. He said, there's some level of community that goes a long way. And that's what some of the really successful brands are doing now, connecting content with community and commerce to add more value than the customer is asking for, which kind of goes off to what Aaron was going to detail about the marketing rebellion, how, now we're connecting more content with those consumers and adding more value and really establishing that connection. One of the words, Robbie actually sent us a few words, but this one was the one I guess was his number one that he wanted to describe himself, which was maverick, which I found was very interesting. And he goes into detail about his meaning of maverick, which the majority of good things that have come in Robbie's career have been from him taking risks and exploring the possibilities. Robbie was a really fun guy, and I thought this word really described him perfectly. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for listening. And we also said #get Robbie to UARC.